Have you ever wondered about the spiritual significance of cinnamon, a spice we commonly use in our kitchens? This remarkable spice, derived from the bark of the cinnamomum tree, native to South Asia, has been cherished for thousands of years, not just for its culinary prowess, but also for its significant role in religious rites and medicinal practices. In the annals of history, cinnamon has been more than a mere flavor enhancer. It has served as a key component in rituals, an element of sanctity, and a symbol of healing. Its prevalent use transcends temporal boundaries, finding its roots in ancient cultures, where it was revered for its spiritual symbolism. The aroma of cinnamon has drifted through the ages, permeating the air of sacred spaces and traditional healing centers alike. Cinnamon, it turns out, is a spice infused with a depth of meaning that extends beyond its role in our kitchens. As we delve into its spiritual symbolism, we begin to see cinnamon as more than just a spice. It's a spiritual tool, a sacred ingredient in the divine recipe for life. Cinnamon, it seems, is not just a spice, but a symbol of something much more profound. Cinnamon holds a sacred place in the Bible, marking its first significant appearance in the book of Exodus. In the heart of Exodus, we find an intriguing recipe, a divine formula, if you will, that calls for a medley of spices. Among these spices, the sweet-smelling cinnamon holds a distinctive role. This formula is for nothing less than the holy anointing oil, a sacred substance used to consecrate the tabernacle, the dwelling place of God among his people. The sacred blend is described in Exodus 30, verses 23 to 24, where God instructs Moses to use quality spices, including 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, 250 shekels of fragrant cinnamon, 250 shekels of fragrant cane, 500 shekels of cassia, and a hin of olive oil. The inclusion of cinnamon in this holy concoction is not a matter of chance or mere preference for pleasant aromas. No, it is a symbol, a metaphor representing sanctification and readiness for communion with the divine. Its sweet fragrance, when blended with the other elements, created a potent oil that set apart objects and individuals, consecrating them for divine service. Imagine the aroma of this oil filling the tabernacle, a constant reminder of the sanctity of the space, a sensory symbol of the divine presence. It was a scent that marked the boundary between the sacred and the profane, between the divine and the human. Just as the tabernacle was prepared for divine encounters with this holy anointing oil, so too the inclusion of cinnamon signifies preparation and purification. It's a symbol of the cleansing and sanctification process that readies us for our own divine encounters. So we see that in Exodus, cinnamon becomes a symbol of purification and sanctification. As we journey further into the scriptures, we find cinnamon making another profound appearance in the Song of Songs. In this beloved biblical book of romantic poetry, we encounter a verse that adds another layer to our understanding of cinnamon's spiritual significance. Song of Songs, chapter 4, verse 14, describes the beloved's garden as filled with all the finest spices, including cinnamon. Here, cinnamon isn't merely a part of a sacred recipe or a tool for purification. It is a symbol of love and devotion. In the context of this verse, cinnamon is associated with the beloved's desirable qualities, suggesting a sweetness and warmth that is both enticing and comforting. It symbolizes the depth of the lover's devotion, the intensity of their affection, and the richness of their love. Just as the aroma of cinnamon fills a room, so does love permeate the lives of those who embrace it. The scent of cinnamon in the garden is a metaphor for the pervasive nature of love, spreading its sweet fragrance in all directions, touching everything in its path. Moreover, the mention of cinnamon in this verse underscores the theme of delight in the divine relationship. Just as the beloved delights in the garden filled with spices, believers are called to delight in their relationship with the divine. The enchanting aroma of cinnamon serves as a reminder of the sweetness of this divine love and the joy that comes from a devoted spiritual relationship. Thus, in the Song of Songs, cinnamon takes on a dual role. It is both a symbol of human love and devotion, and a metaphor for the divine love that is the ultimate aspiration of the spiritual seeker. In this light, cinnamon is no longer just a spice or an ingredient in holy anointing oil. It evolves into a symbol of the profound spiritual bond between the divine and the believer, a bond characterized by love, devotion, and delight. Thus, cinnamon in the Song of Songs becomes a symbol of love, devotion, and the sweetness of a divine relationship. Beyond its biblical appearances, can we regard cinnamon as a spiritual weapon? This is a question that might seem unusual at first glance. However, as we delve deeper into its spiritual symbolism, it becomes apparent that cinnamon has a role far beyond its culinary uses. Imagine cinnamon as a spiritual tool, one that can be used for protection and transformation. Ancient cultures valued this spice for its medicinal properties, but they also recognized its spiritual potency. Cinnamon was integral to purification practices, symbolizing spiritual cleansing and preparation for divine encounters. In essence, cinnamon functioned as a spiritual weapon, warding off negative energies and paving the way for positive spiritual experiences. Consider the rituals that have existed for thousands of years. The burning of cinnamon was believed to purify the environment, making it conducive for spiritual activities. Its sweet aroma was thought to invite positive energy, creating a sacred space where individuals could connect more intimately with the divine. This practice is still prevalent in many cultures today, pointing to the enduring spiritual significance of this humble spice. But how does this translate to the modern individual? In today's world, cinnamon can still serve as a spiritual tool. It can be used in prayer rituals, enhancing one's spiritual connection. It can be incorporated into fasting practices, serving as a reminder of one's commitment to spiritual growth. And it can be used in personal purification rituals, helping to cleanse one's spiritual aura. The potency of cinnamon is not just in its physical properties, but also in its symbolic significance. It serves as a reminder of spiritual purity, encouraging individuals to strive for a higher spiritual state, and it symbolizes divine protection, offering a sense of security in one's spiritual journey. Indeed, it seems that cinnamon can be seen as a spiritual weapon, a tool for divine protection and transformation. This might be a new perspective for some, but it's a perspective that invites us to explore the deeper spiritual significance of the world around us. In the end, it's not just about the cinnamon, but about the way it encourages us to seek spiritual growth and transformation. In our everyday lives, how can cinnamon serve as a reminder of divine presence and holiness? This question invites us to explore the practical applications of this humble spice in our spiritual practices. The aroma of cinnamon, loved by many for its warm and comforting scent, can serve as a tangible reminder of the divine. Each time we inhale its scent, we are invited to pause and reflect on the sacredness that permeates our existence. Consider this: when we use cinnamon in our cooking, we are not only adding flavor to our dishes, but also infusing them with a symbol of purity and holiness. This simple act can become a form of meditation, a moment of mindfulness, reminding us that even the most mundane tasks can be imbued with spiritual significance. Moreover, cinnamon can be incorporated into our personal prayer rituals and spiritual practices. Its scent can be used to create a serene and sacred atmosphere for meditation or prayer. As we breathe in the aroma of cinnamon, we are reminded of the divine presence that is always with us, even in the quiet moments of solitude. Cinnamon can also serve as a symbol of the transformative power of faith. Just as cinnamon transforms the flavor of a dish, our faith has the power to transform our lives. It can provide comfort in times of distress, strength in moments of weakness, and hope when we are faced with challenges. Furthermore, the use of cinnamon in purification rituals speaks to its role as a symbol of spiritual cleansing. It represents the process of purifying our hearts and minds, of letting go of negative thoughts and emotions and embracing positivity and love. Each time we encounter cinnamon, it can serve as a reminder of this spiritual cleansing process, encouraging us to continually strive for purity and holiness in our lives. In conclusion, cinnamon, in its simplicity and ubiquity, embodies profound spiritual symbolism. It transcends its culinary uses to serve as a reminder of divine presence, purity, and the transformative power of faith in our everyday lives. Therefore, every time we encounter cinnamon, it can serve as a reminder of divine presence and holiness, inviting us to reflect on our spiritual journey.